the teal orange look. You've heard of it, you've seen it, you might love it, you might hate it, but you probably used it once or twice. It's one of the most popular looks in all of modern day filmmaking, and to be fair, it is one of the most basic epitomes of color theory and complementing colors. But the way most people are executing the teal orange look is through LUTs, or complicated color grading, or the 5,000,002 different tutorials on YouTube and the internet that will teach you how to get the perfect teal orange look. But what about getting the look in camera? And it's a very simple technique. So here I am in my living room. My key light I'm simply having as the window. And okay, cool, we got a generally decent look. The only genie I'm setting up is a light on a C-stand, and I'm using my Nanlite Pavo tube. And I'm using my Pavo tube to wrap the light back into my face and just get a little more shape and separation. I am set to a perfect white balance for this scene. And herein lies the trick. I equate the teal orange look for me is I want a little more blue and teal to linger in the atmosphere in my shadows, and I want the orange look to be in more of the... It's the damn UPS man. And I prefer the orange to linger more in the higher end of the mid-tones and the highlights. So to get that atmosphere, I'm going to set the white balance on my camera to about, let's say, about here. But now we really just have a very blue image. The second part of this technique is to have a light that is bicolor. So to combat the blue tone coming from the camera, I'm going to make this a very warm light and set it to around 2700 Kelvin. Now, if you're starting off in this world of cameras and film and white balance, it might be a little confusing as to why I'm getting a cool image from the camera and a warm color from my light, but they're set to the same color temperatures. Just remember, the camera is combating color temperatures in order to achieve a certain white balance. The light is actually being set to a color temperature to get the color and the ambiance you want. And now with my Pavo tube acting as a wrapping secondary key light kind of deal or a kicker on my face, I am now getting a more balanced orange into my face. Whereas if I was at a perfect white balance right now, that would just be a straight up orange wash on me. And then from there, you just want to dial in the look of your light. And you don't have to even use that much to do stuff like diffusion. So now I just shift it accordingly until I get the shape I want for the character and dial in the color temperature until I get more of a muted orange. For the teal orange look, I prefer the orange to be a little more subdued. If you want to go full Transformer Michael Bay on me, go ahead and pump that thing as warm as possible. It's all up to your taste, baby. You just have to remember to set your camera to a color temperature to get the atmosphere you want, and then use your light to combat the atmosphere and hone the look on your subject. And yes, for some projects, having a more perfectly leveled out image is better. But for some projects, and for me especially narratives, I think it is just a lot of fun and way more involved on set to lock in the look as much as possible before your footage ever hits post-production. Now, am I saying colorists are not important? No. Colorists are one of the most imperative parts of the movie making process, to either creating amazing looks or perfecting the look you were going for. But for my narratives, if I had the pre-production done and I really have a vision that me and my DP and my gaff and my G&E team really want to go for, then why not implement it on set and dial in the look of our film as much as possible? And all it took was 2 simple techniques to get the coveted teal orange look in camera. If you got other fun ways to get this look, or you think this is stupid and you should just go into DaVinci Resolve anyway, throw it in the comments, man. I love reading it, and I know the subscribers love learning from all of us. This is Davis with The Six Shop. I'll see you on the next one.